Alright, this is my second video blog, and this week I really wanted to focus on kind of getting rid of some of these ideas that chiropractors out there say. You know, my background is, yes, I have a doctorate in chiropractic, but in no way, shape, or form do I believe that any of the adjustments actually do anything to fix you long term. They're out there preaching a lot of stuff, you know, that you need to be adjusted and it's interfering with your nervous system, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. The real research behind that really isn't there, and I've always questioned it myself. So I wanted to talk about this whole idea of when people come in, they go, do you think my neck is out? When you hear out, you're like, what does that even mean? And I always smile to the patient and say, well, where did it go? You know, one thing the chiropractors do a really good job of is educating the patients. They're not giving them the proper information, but they do a really good job. People automatically assume when they're having neck pain or a headache or dysfunction that their bone shifted out of place. That can't be any more wrong just from a basic biomechanical standpoint. You know, the idea that your bone just shifted out of place and it's there and it's causing all the problems and all they have to do is go and put it back in and you're good to go is completely wrong. It's not a long-term fix. It's not even a short-term fix. What you need to do is actually get the soft tissue fixed. So soft tissue is what holds the bones in place. I always give the brick and mortar analogy. So if your brick keeps going out of place, which is your bone, and you keep putting it back into place, but you don't fix the actual mortar, the soft tissue, you have to keep going back. So chiropractors get this stigma of, oh, I had to keep going back, and they preach this idea of maintenance, but their maintenance isn't actually fixing anything. It's just doing the same thing over and over again, and we always know that is the definition of insanity. So my plea to people is get to doctors that actually focus on soft tissue treatment and can actually fix this problem so your bone doesn't keep going out of place. And it's just crazy to me. You know, a lot of the population, when you look at it, only 9 to 11% of the people actually see chiropractors. You know, and usually people say, hey, I swear by my chiropractor, they're the nicest person in the world, blah, 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 blah. But what happens is no one's actually fixing it. So they keep going back. But that's not what you need. What you need is soft tissue work. Get everything moving better, and then you don't have to keep getting adjusted or keep going back or getting your bone put back in place. So in this week's vlog, I just really wanted to focus on this idea of, almost false idea of the bone going out of place. It didn't go anywhere. You need to get the soft tissue corrected. So thanks guys, we'll see you next week.